Hello my crafty friends, Corrine here from Corrine Crafts. I hope you are well. Well, here is my project for today. It was a card I was asked to make rather than just something I just dreamt up. Well, the occasion was something I was asked to make a card for. I was given free rein to make whatever I wanted. So here is the card I have made. I'm recording, when I record this, I don't actually know when this is going to go up on my channel, but if you're watching it, I've obviously decided now is the right time, and the recipient has obviously got the card. So I'm going to show you how I make the flowers, how I turned this frame, which wasn't what I thought it was, into a beautiful piece as a focal point for this card. We're going to have a go at making this now. The starting point for every project that we made is different. It might be something you've seen for inspiration on Pinterest. It might be a card you saw at a card fair, card somebody gave you, or just something around you. Now, the inspiration for this project that I'm doing today was this frame. It was in a pack. They were, I will tell you the truth, when I bought them, I thought they were proper 3D frames. I didn't read the description properly and see that they were die cuts of images. I thought they were really like, you know, plaster ones or something like that, proper 3D ones. They weren't. So they sat in my drawer for months and months and months because I was like, you silly person, you've really been suckered in there and you've brought, I mean, they're beautiful, but they weren't what I thought they were. But I thought, no, I'm actually going to use these. And I love how it goes from greens to blues. It's got all that detail. So yeah, if I thought they looked like 3D, then maybe we can make them look 3D on my project. So that was my inspiration. So I went looking for some flower dies. And this is from the Precious Peonies. Now, I'm not sure what that one's from. And I thought that's what we would use. So all I need to do is I put that one on here. I put that one on here. So these do cut doubled up if you want to. And again, they're another one that I can cut in my mini folder. Now, I'm recording this today. I'm not going to tell you when this is, but this might not go live for a while because it is a card a friend asked me to make for somebody that we know, and I know that the recipient of this card does watch the channel. Hi. I hope you've enjoyed the card now you've received it. So I won't be posting this for a little while, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, possibly, till I know the recipient has had the card. But you and wow, the pressure when somebody asks you to make them a card for you, it's you could be making the same card, but knowing that somebody wants it does put on a bit more pressure. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, and I would say no if I couldn't, but there we are. Right, so I've cut these out, and these are going to be my flowers. Now, I'm not going to lie, when I first made these flowers, I cut them out of this gorgeous pink like shimmery card, and it didn't work. It did not work, so I had to do it again. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know to do that first. I'm going to get 2 of these. So these are the smallest flowers in the Precious Peonies. And I've got my fuchsia ink pad. And I'm just going to pop some ink in the centre. Remember to come out further than you think. It always surprises me how far out you need to put your ink. I'm just dabbing a little bit in the centre, just there. Okay, there's plenty of ink on my door book because I'm going to use that again in a minute. I'm then going to take my die cuts, turn them upside down. I'm going to grab a couple of ball tools and I'm just going to shape them. Just the normal shape, just shape down into. Now, I want to crease this card. Now, this is, I was reading the pack, it's 160 to 180 GSM. I don't know why it gives an approximate, it gives a range, but that is the GSM it says on the pack. It says GSM between 160 and 180. Whether it changes depending by batch, but that's what it says. So I've just put some shaping on and then I'm going to press here. Now, I wanted that to crease. And I'll show you why in just 1 minute. So then I'm going to get my little dauber and I'm now, where it's creased, I'm just going to go back in and put a little bit more. And I love how you get that variation, that intensity, where it works through the creases and the folds. So we can then just put a little bit on there. And then, there we go. Doesn't have to be much, but I just think that really lifts it. So whilst I've got my ball tool out, I'm going to get these 2. And I'm just going to do a little bit of shaping just there and turn that over. Now these are really, really easy to put together. So let's just make sure these are nicely shaped. Don't need to cut into them. They've got plenty of perfect shaping to do what I want. And I'm going to put the tiniest little bit, it really is the smallest amount there. And then the smallest amount, that one really does need to be small. Just regular tacky glue. And then I'm going to grab one and stagger it and put it over the other. And then just put my finger in, just let that tacky glue go. And then with my ball tool. So my ball tool will just shape the flower. Now you can get some amazing shapes on your flowers just using a regular glue. You don't have to go with your hot glue. And I'm going to do very similar with that, but I think I need a pair of tweezers for this because my fingers get in the way. And then I'm just going to go stagger it just like that. Then I can get the ball tool. You have to go directly down, otherwise I twist, and just put that like that. Okay, so what I need to do on here is on this one, can you see that one's already got a hole in the middle? This one hasn't, so I need to put a little hole in. And then pull it out. There we go. And if if your shaping does sort of mess up during that, then just reshape. Don't be afraid to reshape as many times as you need to. Now I have got a piece of floristry wire. Can you see that? There we go. Don't need all of that. So I'm just going to cut that in half, or cut a piece off that. I have a bag, so all this goes, and I just put that on there so I don't lose it. And then I've got a bundle of stamens. Now, I was once told always use plenty of stamens. Never underestimate the amount of stamens that you need. So I've got 5 stamens here. I found for this flower 4 or 5 works really well. Put them roughly together. I don't want them perfectly together, but roughly together. Put my wire round, fold them in half, and you can see I've got lots of different heights. And then I can just fold the wire round. And again, I let go there. Shouldn't I let go? There we are. The ends don't even have to be together. And I'm not going to go too tight. And I'm going to pop that through. That's just one thickness, then the other one. If it helps, you might need to use your tweezers. Sometimes I find that my fingers slip. So I just use my tweezers to pull it through. It's entirely up to you. You do it whichever way you want. I'm going to pull them quite a way through. I've made these in different ways with different heights, but I found that that sort of height works really well. Then you just take your wire out just like that. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Fold it in half. Now, with only one, you can find that you can just, if you're good, you can poke it through. But because I've got 2 layers together now, the first lot I made only had 1 layer. I'm just going to use the wire. It's in my hand. Why ever not? Poke that through. And then I'm going to pull that through there. And I'm actually going to leave those much longer. Now, this is where a hot glue gun really does help. So I've had this warming up nicely. So what we're going to do with the hot glue gun is seal these stamens in from the back. So all I do is just hold that and then just put a little bit of hot glue round both sides like that. Just wrap it round. Don't worry, we're going to trim off any excess in a minute. I'll just take this back from this little scrap. I've just got some glue on the end here. And then this one, all I'm going to do is push the stamens to where I want. I'm going to hold the stamens, put that there, and then I'm just going to pop a little bead round like that of hot glue. There we go. And that will just, stick to me. But no, that will then just dry like that. There we go. We can pull off those glue strings in a minute. There we are. Just want that to, isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty. I just want to quickly show you what I did initially make. My initial plan was to make the flowers like this. And these ones are now like this. Much as these actually might now work intermingled with those. I don't know. We shall see. But once that's dry, like that hot glue has, all I want to do then, not cut the wire, is just take my scissors nice and sharp, and then I cut up to or into that glue. Like this one, I'm just going to cut through that glue, and then it takes off all the bulk and it gives me beautiful flowers. So I had 9 already made, so that one makes 10. Don't worry about glue strings. If you find you've got glue strings, just wait till everything's dry and then you can take them off at the end. So I've got 10 of those, and I don't know how many of these ones I've got. I've got a few of those. They're just sort of to add shape and dimension. And I think actually I might, not even the big ones, I might use a couple of those in the small pink. I've got a few more up here, look. I might intersperse a couple of those. Now, the only other thing I have done is I have, show you here, I've used this. I think it might be like a mistletoe, but I think it's going to look lovely. And I've cut it out of 2 different shades of green because I just think you get a nicer look if you can mingle them in. And then this die is one of my signature collection ones, and I just love that, and I've cut it out of the cream. Now that cream is the same cream as the background, so it's going to work really, really well. So let's just move these to one side. I'm not going to get rid of them. Let's find that. And I can put that up there. There we go. Right. So I can show you my card base. So I have made myself a card base just by cutting a piece of card into and making it. You can see the join there where I've joined it. And onto there, I've put a piece of paper from Vintage Rose Collection by Crafter's Companion. It's ages since I've used a floral paper, but you're not actually going to see much of it, but I just wanted that hint. And onto there, I'm going to pop the cream. Now this cream is the same cream as I used for there, which is one I got from Amazon. If I can find it, which is this linen cardstock, and I will link to it. It's just an off-white. It's a lovely off-white. It's not too creamy. So onto there, I'm just going to pop this one just like this using my tacky glue. Let's spread that out a bit and a bit down the middle, and that's going to go over there. I mean, you might say, why bother? But I just think it looks nicer, or it looks, on this occasion, you know, it gives a different effect to using a solid colour. If you want to use a solid colour, you can. If you want to create your own background, you also can. But the other reason for using that is I'm also going to use the same paper, but in a vellum mix. So I've also put my Sticks to foam roll on the back of here. If ever you want to invest in a good foam roll, go and have a look at this one from Sticks to. Really is so very, very good. And that's going to go onto here. As you know, I always put a little bit of wet glue because I've got to give myself a 1/4 inch. So I definitely need a little bit of help to make sure it doesn't stick before I'm ready. So you can see, look, I've got wriggle room on there, just like it was a wet glue, but I've got the height of the foam, and then I can press it down once I'm happy. So there is my card base. Perfect. Now I'm going to get my frame. I've actually used, what have I used? Shaker foam, but I'm not actually making a shaker. As soon as I started putting shaker foam on, I thought, oh, Corrine, that would work really well. But I'm not going to. Right, before I put that down, I'm going to actually do it round that way, just so I can see. I'm going to pop that sort of here. I'm going to turn it over. But I want a bit, I mentioned some vellum, and I'm still a bit umming and ahhing about this. So I've just cut little pieces. I don't know if the pieces are too big. And I'm just thinking, what you could be doing is you could stamp or ink onto the background, and I don't want to do that, so I just thought little bits of vellum. I could put a little piece coming out of the frame just there. I know the frame will be turned over. Let's find another little piece, and then another little piece, just like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Have the courage of your convictions, Corrine. I always thought I was going to do this. So instead of adding, actually I won't do it that way, I'll do it with a dotty tape pen, and I won't be able to see it on then. The frame's going to capture it. So the frame's going, I want it that way around. The frame is going just there. I'm going to put that one like that. You see, you can't see the adhesive because it's just dotty tape pen. and the frame is going like, so I want that one just there. Right, I just need to put a little bit of glue on there because I pulled some of the glue off on my vellum. Look at that. Why don't I go all the way around while I'm doing it? Now I want those sort of little bits upright, and then I need to make sure it's central. Now you could be doing this with square card if you wanted to, but I'm mindful that a few of my followers have said that they like cards to be not square because it's cheaper for posting in the US. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's have a look. How are we going to fix these? This is where I'm never sure where we're going with these. So I've got my 3D glue gel, which I think is a really useful one to use. I'm going to end up using a lot of this, I think. So let's put a nice blob just there. Let's go in with the first one. You can see it's just on it. Now, if you want to use a hot glue, you can, but I think 3D glue is going to allow me to do a little bit more of an adjustment. Let's go with the next one. And the thing about having that little bit at the back, it really gives it something to grip onto. Now you could be doing different size flowers. All my flowers are the same. I did initially, when I was doing the pink ones, cut 2 different sizes of flowers, but the next size up was too big. It dominated the frame. Really, really did. So let's go another one just there. Now remember, I've got other little bits to be using. So I want to be using foliage, just like that. And this foliage, can you see how much better it looks? The fact that the foliage is 2 different colours, like that. And I've also got the cream, so I would be tempted to put the cream like that so it goes over the colour. So I like all my flowers to be bunched up. I need some tweezers, and then I'm just going to fill in some gaps with these little ones and sort of extend the bouquet so I could then come into here. Now, do I want the pink ones or are they wrong? Actually, they might work. Just get an odd 1 or 2. Just the odd one. Need some more foliage down there, don't I? You know me, I get quite passionate about using your foliage. Right, so once I've done that, this is going to be a new home card. So I'm going to pop this onto here, and I'm going to pop this on now. So let's put that on there. So I want a nice big blob on here. Nice big blob on there. Oh, my 3D glue. I'm going to put it over the edge. And this sentiment, all I did was I went onto my PC and I just typed new home, and I typed it out quite a few times. I don't know where the rest of them have gone. I just typed out a sheet and then I cut out the ones that looked the right size. That's all I had did, and it was the same card as I've used just here. So yeah, that's how I created that. So it's not stamped. Oh, I forgot, I found these. Look at these. Found these. These have been knocking around for ages. Sorry, it's a bit quick. I've just trimmed some down. I'm going to actually pop that in there. And I've got another one. Let's just pop that in. How am I going to fit that in? I should have put that in before, shouldn't I? No, that one doesn't want to work. I might only end up with one there. Just that one there. I think I just need a little flower. Let's do a little pink one. Let's get a little pink one just to fill that gap in. There we go. And can you see the advantage of using 3D glue? It's given me that time to move things around. 3D glue will be touch dry in 30 minutes, but it won't be properly cured until tomorrow. Right, okay. Oh, that's so pretty. That could be all you wanted to do. I'm going to come down this side now. It must be the cap. I have one of these where the cap is seals much better than the other, so I always have to be careful. Right, so let's go with the other one. Let's go start on there, and then let's just build it up. I know somebody asked me where did I get the little caps from. When I buy my glue, they come with a syringe, and the caps have always been in the boxes or on the syringe when they've come. Never bought the caps for my syringes separately. So yeah, have a look at Pinflair, because you usually, if you buy the right kit, you get your syringe in the box. So yeah, that's where you can find them. So we've got that there. I need to, where was that pink one? Let's do that pink one before we go too far. Yeah, I've done flowers recently that have been flower forming foam. We've done lots of different mediums. It's just lovely to swap it around and change. Now look at this. Now you can see why I've come from a rectangular card, because we can really, I think this one I might actually put another one on and really make the most of the fact that this, let's get that out of the way, it's confusing me. Make the most of the fact that it's a rectangular card. Wouldn't this, I know in America, Mother's Day for you is quite a while away. Is it June? But in the UK, it's Mother's Day for us in March. Now this would make a beautiful Mother's Day card. Right, and I've not got enough glue in there. Everything's moving around. Let's put a bit more glue in, and I can feel it. There we are. There wasn't enough glue. Oh, that feels better straight away. So much better. Don't forget, no one's going to be able to see that, because once they're all stuck down, the glue's going to be hidden. These are quite heavy. They're paper, and they've got the stamens in. You can't go light on the glue. Look at that now. Just caught a bit. There we go. Got rid of that. Let's do some more stamen leaves. The other thing you could use is you could also come and put stamens coming out of here. Or the other thing that would look really nice would be a bit of sisal. You know, I love a good bit of sisal. Makes me really happy. I know not everybody likes it, but I really do. Fill up those gaps. We don't want to see the inner workings of these flowers arrangements. Make sure you fill the gaps. See, these pink ones seem to be working because of using these bits. It sort of brings everything together, doesn't it? Let's go with another cream one. I want to keep looking. Oh, isn't that so pretty? And I do like that little bit of vellum. You don't have to use the vellum if you don't want to, but for me that is so pretty. Let's just pop another one in there. And remember, like I say, this isn't going to be set for about 24 hours properly. Now, it's definitely a boxed card. I haven't done my cream foliage. Let's do my cream foliage and see where we go. I knew there was something missing. Put a little bit more glue on. There we go. Oh, I hope you didn't hear that. That was my tummy rumbling. Shouldn't be. I've just had a good breakfast today. Or lunch. Don't know why I said breakfast. It was definitely lunch. Let's put those like that. Do I need any more? I definitely saw in my head before I started using these small ones to really extend bouquet, but I don't think it needs it. I need a little one in there. What do I want? I want a white one, a cream one. Let's put, I have used a lot of glue on this, haven't I? That's fine. As long as we leave it to dry. Just keep lifting it up, looking at it from different angles. I can see gaps, which I don't want to do. I always like to push my flowers really close together. I'm going to go in there with another one. Can I get any more glue out? Or have I got to fill my syringe back up? There we go. Now you could have put, could have put splats and inks on. I didn't want to. I just think that, I don't think I need anything else. Do I need any gems? Let's have a quick look. If I was to use gems, what would I use? If I was to use gems, maybe I'd use these. these tiny little pink ones. Oops. You telling me you want to go there, Gem? What's behind there? The glue lid. Two on that side. Two on that side. And I don't like 4. I want 5. There we go. Oh, where did that go? I put one on and it came off. Let's try that again. There we go. Right, I'm going to stop there because I think that is so pretty. So I'm going to make a box so that it can be given that way. Oh, look, I've got a gap. I've just put, when I put that extra piece of white in, I moved everything, didn't I? Oh, that's better. I don't like to see inside. Nobody wants to see that. Once that glue has dried, that'll be so robust and so firm. There we go. You can just see, just tweaking that. What do you think? Do you think that's pretty? I really like that. I think even things like just these little bits of vellum add interest. I've got this frame. As I said, it wasn't what I thought it was when I was buying it. I thought it was a bargain. Now I know why. And then I've got this swag coming across my page. Now you could put another one here and make it just like run straight. But I actually, before I started, I definitely saw them as 2 separate arrangements. But there's nothing to stop you making it one. I'm rambling now, but there you go. That is a beautiful, beautiful handmade new home card. I hope you like that. Everything has been made from the flowers, the whole lot. But yes, I really do hope you like that. And I hope the person that it's been sent to, or people actually, should I say, that it's been sent to, enjoy it too. So for now, I'm going to leave you be. Like I say, I don't know when this card is going to go up on my channel, but I hope you like it when it eventually appears. So until then, my crafty friends, please don't forget to click on the previous videos. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe. And as always, please don't forget to click on any of the links down below. I know I can definitely link to this paper. So until next time, my crafty friends, you take care, enjoy your crafting, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.